Alright, I'm recording again.
I mean, it's not really
Wait.
anything interesting, but it's interesting to me. So, like, you guys know what terraniums are?
Boring. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of relevant to your earth science thing. It's like making us. It's like basically making a small ecosystem in a bottle or like a
Oh yeah, I saw
thing.
that. I saw you could
Yeah.
buy that off of Amazon.
Or you could just make your own, like, if you have a lake nearby.
Like
I
you
was
have
thinking
like
about doing that.
algae and
And then, like, water,
the
and then, like, some plants. I
oh
wanted to do
In a
that.
self-sustaining
bottle.
ecosystem. Yeah.
Mhm. There's a guy on his YouTuber, Serpa Design. I've been watching him recently, and his whole fucking crib is just like is just decked out with like some animals and then like some like a lot of plants. I'm thinking about doing that, bro. I'll be getting fresh air from my freaking like from my stand, like from my desk. Like that shit is just for me, nobody else for the breed. But might just be the crib.
Did you start?
Yeah, I've been
He
started.
been.
Oh, well, you could have just told me.
He said it.
Yeah, I said it.
I didn't hear. All right. Shut the fuck up. Calm down.
Oh, my balls itch again.
Leave that up. Leave that up.
Hey, oh, what? What?
Yo, so what would be the first thing we'd be doing once this quarantine is like over? I mean, I'm probably gonna stay like an extra 2 weeks in after because
I'm going to hell. I'm gonna cop a round trip ticket to hell.
Okay.
I'll probably go
I'ma
for
just-
some hot pot.
Hop on you? Oh, never mind. No. You broke.
So I can't believe it. I want to try lobster and shit. I've never tried that. I want to try seafood.
Oh, I said she had lobster yesterday. She was showing me pictures.
You don't even like lobster.
Me?
Yeah.
I love lobster. What are you talking about? I love
You don't-
seafood.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You don't know nothing about seafood.
Yeah, you probably
Damn.
think you know more because you Asian, right? That's all you guys eat is seafood.
Yo, I'm always thinking like let's say quarantine does like finish.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Huh?
Nah, I don't know what to say to this this racist fucking pinto bean looking ass.
Oh, we could get Chipotle. I mean, it's not like we couldn't get Chipotle. But then, like,
Wait, yo, you know how on social media right now, you know how all that the sex offender thing is being spread around?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What sex offender there?
I mean, like, on our feeds, like,
I mean, maybe
a
we
lot of,
don't
like,
see it because it's I don't know. I don't know. With us, we just have a lot of people that we know of that kind of experience some form of sexual offense
and
and
posts.
and abused. So they're coming out about it now, and a lot of them were like, it had happened to them. It happened to a lot of these girls by the same person, and
Oh, that one.
it's spreading awareness right now in our community. They're spreading the message, and then I was just reading one of the stories, and it's a person said that like he smashed while she was sleeping, and she considered like would that be considered rape?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, anything worth like
Yes.
consent. Because I mean, she didn't give any consent, so it might be considered rape. I'm pretty sure.
If I smashed you in your sleep, would you get offended, Lewis?
What the hell?
Hold up, pause.
Look at that face. Look at that face. You're immediately offended.
Hold
Pause. Pause. Give me 1 second. Let me just absorb that in. Pause. You said that.
Wait, you say shit like that all the time, too.
Oh my god. You just 24/7 exposure, huh?
What?
Fine. Fine, do it.
Always trying to grab my
I'm
hand.
giving
I'd
you
be like,
consent,
no,
bitch.
stop. And then you be like, no, what are you doing? I'm just trying to grab your hand. I said, no, stop.
Wait, why are you bringing that up, Lewis?
Oh no, I was just
Hey,
reading
Jay.
it. I was just reading that story and um
So
I don't know.
he smashed while she was asleep.
what caught my mind was that I didn't catch my. I don't know. I just got me thinking like if you're sleeping, how do you not know that happened?
Because you're sleeping.
No.
Well, I wouldn't know.
I got
anything.
3 logical explanations. 1, yeah, she was just sleeping. 2, shit was small. And 3, she was on something.
Yeah, I mean, she
Under
was,
the
was she,
influence.
was she
Maybe,
drunk?
yeah, maybe
But
she
her
was.
story was she was just sleeping. She wasn't on anything, and
So
she
is
thought
one of
that
the other
she
two.
was a dream. She thought she was having a vivid dream, where it was like she was having sex with someone with her man's, but she had woke up and asked him, and he was like laughing about it, like, oh, huh, yeah, it was. I actually did that, but she thought it was a dream the whole time.
Yeah, so it's probably the other 2. She was
Yeah,
in
heavy
deep
ass sleeper.
thoughts.
No, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying
oh.
is like if you guys were sleeping and like your girl did something to you while you were asleep, like wouldn't you wake up?
I feel like
Yeah.
I would.
It
Like even if
depends,
she was,
like,
I mean, I move around in my
Making your
sleep.
bed.
I mean, I'm a pretty
Because-
light sleeper, so I maybe wouldn't notice.
I mean, even if you're a heavy sleeper though, like
no, you'd be
Like,
surprised. Like, if someone is a heavy sleeper, they can sleep through stuff like that.
Yeah,
For a fact,
people
yeah.
slept through earthquakes and shit, even fires.
They could definitely sleep through that.
really, I didn't know people like actually can sleep through shit like that.
Yeah.
I move around a lot in my sleep. I remember one time, like, I was on my bed and I woke up on the floor.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you don't move around a lot. You sleepwalk.
You travel, bro.
Yeah, you travel from destination
you're
to destination.
You're a
Oh,
bitch.
man.
You're dead as a bitch. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I totally forgot about that.
Yo, that shit was
Wait, you
actually so scary,
sleepwalk?
though.
Yo,
Yeah.
Put me on
I thought they
ground.
were lying legit. Like,
Wait, I didn't we tell you the story?
yeah.
Oh, thanks.
He knows.
Empanadas?
No, it's she made some like boneless
Chicken.
chicken, but like seasoned it like with this sauce that I like.
Oh,
Stop recording. We'll be right there.
Where we
Nah,
can,
we
we
were-
can all share that.
We were
Bird.
we were all sleeping
Scary.
over at his crib in high school,
Mhm.
and then he went to go sleep in his own room upstairs, and we were sleeping on the floor in the living room. But he went to sleep first because I guess he was tired, and me, Matt, and another friend of ours, we were up. We were just talking.
Why won't you sleep with them during the sleepover?
I mean,
no, you're
Why
not.
would
I'm
you
getting
go
tired. I'm
there?
gonna.
He likes leaving.
Exactly.
He likes
I-
leaving us like that.
I
So
don't
then-
like sleeping with like other people. This makes me feel uncomfortable. I have bad experiences whenever I
You're just
had
shy.
to sleep with somebody.
You're just shy. It's okay. But anyways, we were talking. I don't know if we were being too loud or whatnot, but he came out. He opened the door from upstairs, and we could see everything. It's like the stairs aren't too much high, so it's like we saw him open the door.
It's the same house he's in.
Yeah. He
Okay,
peeked
so
out
I'm
the
aware,
door.
yeah. Uh-huh.
It was dark. He peeked out the door, and what did he say to us?
No. I mean, we didn't wake him up. He got up and I think he was going to use the bathroom. Like that was his initial thing. But like so he opened the door. He walked a little bit, like right at the top of the steps, and he looked at us, and we were looking at him, and he goes like, and like his like in a mean tone, he goes like, "What?" And then we're just like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then he just goes into the bathroom, and me, Lewis, and our other friend were just like,
Wait, so I did go to the bathroom.
No, you didn't go to the bathroom. I remember he didn't go into the bath. He came out of his room. He walked to the tip of the staircase, and he said that, and he just walked back into
Oh,
the room after.
Wait, really? The tip
Wait,
of the
what?
staircase? I thought you said I opened the door and I
Open
looked
the
at
door.
you.
You walked out a bit, like half, or maybe it was not the stair. It was like halfway down. Like
So to the bathroom.
yeah, like up to the from that room at the end, so like halfway down. You fucking looked at us into our soul. What? No. What?
I remember him going to the bathroom for some reason.
He didn't go to the bathroom. If he had
Okay,
went to the bathroom, we wouldn't have thought he was like. We would have just been like, oh, he's probably.
Oh shit.
True. Okay, that makes more sense. But he did. That's all he said. He just said one word, and that's it. Then that shit was creepy as fuck.
I'm about to pack my shit and dip that night, fuck. God damn.
I
That's crazy.
was closest to you. I was like, holy shit.
You were possessed. He was possessed that
On a
night.
sleepover, bro?
Yeah. And then we told him the next morning, and then he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like he deadass thought we were like playing a joke on him, but oh
That's
my
crazy.
god,
Well, then I apologize now. Pass.
you're probably
I
not
won't
even
ever
Nate
do
right
it
now.
again.
You're probably a demon. What the
He found out.
Alright, that's,
Whoa,
that's that you caught me laugh.
fuck?
Chill.
Ah,
Like that.
Chill. Chill the
imagine though,
fuck out.
the Nate we knew has been gone this whole time. That'd be crazy.
No, but do you guys think that girls who bring up their stories about it like later as time goes by, do you think that there's like there's like you think they're able to do anything about that?
What do you mean?
Because like these are all stories that happened to them years before. So like
I mean, it's kind of like when they're ready to tell it, they're ready. Like,
That's
cause
I think he's talking legally.
all through like
legally it's
They're
gonna be
able-
hard for them to do anything. Obviously,
yeah.
it's gonna be very
So-
hard. But
So their intentions are what to like raise awareness about how severe it is in their community.
not only
Yeah.
but not. I don't think it's just about raising awareness, but it's more about like them just getting it off their chest, and
Yeah.
you know, and like
Yeah.
being open about it because like
Since they've been like
yeah, they've
making
been
up-
holding it in, and it's like because you know like it's like sort of like yeah, I don't know, but I mean, because I know there are people who experience that and they're afraid to speak about it because it's like, oh, they're afraid of what people are gonna think and stuff like that. So when you have people who
Yeah.
are like big influencers and they're coming out, and then like other people are gonna see that and they're gonna feel more comfortable coming out. And so but
I think both of those reasons complement each other. Like for them to get the individuals to get off their chest and their conscience, and also like I don't think all guys and I guess some other females don't realize how bad it is because it's always kept behind closed doors and stuff. So like I mean to me it's a shock. Like honestly, like reading all these stories and seeing all
How
these
bad it is?
people. Yeah, I mean, it is bad, and
See, I thought about it. I felt like the fact that a lot of guys get praised for getting laid. It's like, oh, bro, congrats or something. And then like, I feel like they only like go that deep because it's embedded in their minds that, oh, this will only make me like cooler, you know, and then like give me validation from the other guys or something like that. I mean, like, I guess give them confidence or some weird and sick way. But like,
I know what you mean.
like, but the thing is, like, when you're an adult and you're mature, you don't really like base other people on their body count. You know, like you shouldn't do that. Like you decide on that person himself who they are, and then like you could easily tell whether you want to be with this person or not. And then like, I don't know why guys do that. Like,
Do you think these guys, these sex offenders and abusers, do you think that they can change?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, but then like,
But it's not easy.
They
It's
can
not gonna
just
be easy.
stop.
I feel
Help.
like, they have that mentality, like they'll only change when they get caught. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, you do know that majority.
Like when they apologize, it's only because they got caught.
Yeah, but I mean, you
They
do.
realize what they've done because I'm pretty sure they feel like what they've been doing. They didn't really see it as it as being anything wrong. So when they get caught, they I don't know if they slowly absorb it and like kind of soak it in, kind of let it sink in, and then kind of acknowledge it. I don't know. I don't know what they do, but
I don't know, like guys like that, bro. Like I feel like we all know like some people in our lives who are like that. You know what?
Like,
But we don't know for sure. But then we can only assume. But we just hearing about them from other people, like that kind of gives you a reason to like just stay away from them.
this brings me to something that I've actually wanted to talk about with you guys, and I'm glad I remember now. I mean, it doesn't really have to do with like, I guess, rape or anything like that, but okay, so you know how like I had a talk with Marissa like a long time ago about how okay, so you know, pedophiles, like people who are attracted to younger people. It's like I feel as if though when it comes to certain things like that, like when you have like um pedophiles, rapists, and all that stuff, like I feel like if people were like, usually when people think of like, oh, he's a pedophile, oh, fuck him, like he should die, he's fucked up, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. Like, I mean, yeah, it's true, but it's like I feel like if people were, I guess, try to be more understanding, like people who were no like let me finish what I'm saying though. Let me finish what I'm saying, because it's gonna sound weird at first, obviously, but like if, like, for instance, if a person is a pedophile, and like if they know that when people find out someone's a pedophile, they react in a very negative manner, like, you know, like I just said, like kill him, fuck him, like, oh, he should be put to death, blah blah blah, whatever. But if people were more understanding, like, okay, that person needs mental help, like we should reach out to him, you know, get him that mental help and stuff like that. I feel like those people who are pedophiles and stuff like that would actually be more comfortable coming out. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, why is
Yeah.
it the other people's responsibility to provide or
No,
help?
because yeah,
help?
yeah, but no, because I'm saying like the problem with those people is a mental thing. It's a mental
Okay.
thing, and a lot
Okay,
of people
and then-
who, you gotta understand, a lot of people who do that type of stuff, like pedophilia and stuff like that. What's up, bro? It's like they've experienced it themselves. Wow,
Sleep.
why are you doing that?
Because I'm one of those victims.
No, because that's the thing. The people. My point is the people who.
Who stigmatize it, they don't. They're only making it harder for the. If those people who stigmatize it, saying, "Oh, fuck him, let's kill him" and stuff like that, like pedophiles would only like hide themselves.
Yeah, they will
more.
only hide themselves and not try to seek help, because they're afraid they're gonna be seen in a bad light. You know what I'm
But
saying?
can't that be viewed? Can't that be viewed the other way too? So like, let's say there's a pedophile, right? And like, a lot of people are pointing fingers and like, oh my god, ew, what the fuck? What is his problem? What is her problem or whatever? Like, wouldn't, if so many people point that out to that person, wouldn't they be able to kind of realize like, oh, there's a reason why they're all calling me that or whatnot? So like, wouldn't that be able to kind of trigger themselves as well?
I mean, they should know that it's wrong. Like,
But they're doing it because they don't know that it's wrong.
wait, what? What are you saying?
Like a pedo, like, wait,
No,
so
they-
you're saying that the
Yo, pedophiles,
pedophiles,
they know what they're doing is wrong. If they're doing it in secret, then it's wrong. But I don't know why they don't like try to like.
Oh, I thought they were doing it because they.
I mean,
No.
They're
remember,
actually, like, for instance, I think it could be like it's sort of like what, an addiction. It's like you. Oh, It's like you know it's wrong, but you can't help yourself but do it.
Like R. Kelly. Nah, but do you know that movie Spotlight? Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams. They're exposing the church.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're exposing a Catholic church where a lot of popes were.
I didn't watch it, but
I watched it like twice, but I had trouble understanding it, so I don't really remember. But they were basically exposing that churches were like molesting children, like little boys, like, and then apparently they when they went up to some of these um, priests, I think they were like they
Oh,
thought
yeah,
it
no.
was natural because it happened to them as well while they're growing up in their Catholic thing. So while they're doing it to other people, I think they were unaware that it was weird because it happened to them. But then, like, basically at the end of the movie, they were like, after they came out with the story, like a lot of more people were coming out with their story, and then they called the news outlet, and they're like, oh, there's people calling confessing about what they did, or something like that. And then I don't know, but you should watch it.
I mean,
I think it's still on Netflix. Or it was on Netflix. I
so
feel like
I mean, are you done or?
you fiend, can you put that
Like-
shit down and talk? It's not a microphone.
No, so like the thing about pedophiles is like Alex. I mean, I get what you're trying to say, Alex, but it's like
Disagree.
but they know what they're doing and it's wrong.
yeah, okay, that's the thing.
There's
So,
also a chance that they don't, though.
wait, what? I didn't hear
I feel like there's still that chance that some of them don't know that it's wrong.
Okay, yeah, there are those crazy people that think it's not wrong, and it's not an excuse. But I'm saying is like these pedophiles that know it's wrong, they don't want to find help. That's why they do it in secret. They don't do it because of the. I mean, they know it's bad, right? But they don't want the help. If they really wanted the help, they would go before they even do anything. If they know it's wrong, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go get myself some help. This is some sick shit. I'm gonna go fix myself. And I mean, I know that takes a lot of courage, but that's better than getting caught and going like, oh, like I didn't go get help because I was afraid because everyone's like trying to kill pedophiles. Like they don't want to kill the pedophiles that actually did something. I mean, you're not technically a pedophile unless you did it, right? Like it's just thoughts before you even did any action. So I mean, I don't know. Like they know what they're doing, even though it's bad. They're just hiding because obviously the consequences, but like they don't care.
That's
What?
I'm sure.
I'm sure you can reach out to like a psychotherapist or something.
No,
Yeah.
but like, I feel like if you reach out for a matter like this, if you let's say a person's a pedophile and they reach out, wouldn't they just call the cops on the person? Because it's
I mean,
more.
No,
if you're a
that-
psychologist, then there's boundaries from patient to doctor
Yeah,
that
that's-
they can't break.
confidentiality.
Yeah, like by
It's
law,
against-
by law itself, they cannot. They
Who's
cannot.
they?
The helpers,
psychologist
Uh,
or
They'll
psychiatrist.
lose their
psychologists,
their
yeah.
license and their jobs.
If they what?
So if they say what the patient said and expose them, by law they might lose their license, and then whatever they say
Oh, okay.
cannot be used against them in court of law. Same thing with cops when they when they illegally obtain evidence,
Mm-hmm.
and then the judge knows that they obtained the evidence by law, even if that evidence is like the truth defining moment that this guy's a murderer, that guy would be set free because the evidence they found is obtained illegally.
I mean, they have
I
to
think
like
I think
show
that's
before the court like their evidence. They can't just whip it out. They have to show beforehand what they want to show as proven evidence.
there's a lot of
Yeah, they can
conspiracy theories with the glove from the what was OJ.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, people said that like the glove it didn't fit because it was placed by the cops. Like they really wanted
Yeah.
it to be him and stuff like that. Like there was a lot of conspiracy theories about that. Like cops planted evidence against him and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. But
And also, I think pastors, like when you confess to them, like confess your sins, like they're not supposed to say shit either.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll get a bad rep and they probably get fucking kicked. But yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of psychologists out there who focus on like criminals and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure by law they cannot say, even lawyers, like when they're fighting, sometimes they should have asked, "Did you commit a law thing?" And like, okay, it's like so they could better get the scenario and how to fight their case.
Yeah. I think the only time they can say anything is when you have intentions on hurting others or yourself. That's the only time.
You know how you said you'd want people to kind of view it differently, for them to kind of be like, oh, instead of pointing fingers and be like ill at the pedophile, you'd want them to kind of try to find help for them in a way.
I mean, I don't think he's saying that he wants to help. I think he's just saying that if people were victimizing them instead of stigmatizing them, then maybe it would be better for them to like come out and say, "Oh," or get help like that.
But isn't being like, if someone were to be a pedophile, they would have thoughts and they would apply their thoughts, right?
what do you mean?
Not
Like
all
into
of them
action?
do it.
Yeah, into action.
It's like I feel like it's the idea of like I feel like it's the same idea of anything, like a murder. Like if he really wanted to kill somebody, then maybe he will commit it. But there are some people who think of murder, they don't act on it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
So like there's gonna be people who act on it and they think like that, or there's gonna be people who like don't act on it but they still think like that.
yeah, so the ones who act on it, so like if they act on it, why should someone try to help find help for that person, for that pedophile?
Like,
I mean, like
if they get caught, or
Yeah, it's because at the end of the day, it's a crime.
yeah, but then let's say they do their time because they're not gonna get murdered. They're not gonna get a death sentence for
They're not gonna get a death sentence, but they're gonna spend some time in there. But like,
but then,
well, I
like,
thought you said they didn't get caught. Okay, I mean, if they
No,
got
then,
caught,
like,
I'm pretty
what
sure.
if they do? If anything, they should get help so they don't do it again. If they get caught, then they should also get like jail
But what
time
if-
and
but
like
what if that-
psychiatry.
but can't that be applied to any other crime though? Like if somebody did like a fucking heist at a bank, instead of calling the cops on them, they're gonna call for help and try to get them help so they don't do that again.
I mean, that's not like a mental like. I would say
That's
like
just taking money.
yeah, that's just trying to get money.
Yeah, but that's still a mental thing. They're thinking about a bad way to get money instead of a good way to get money.
Yeah, but then like liking a child is not the same thing as liking and robbing a bank.
But it's
Yeah,
still
I
a
think-
crime.
Because the way they grew up
I mean, I understand what you
psychologically,
mean, Luis. I understand what you mean, Luis.
they only rob the bank because they're either desperate or like something like that. It could be an addiction, maybe. You could get
No,
help
I'm
for it,
saying
but
if
then
that
like
pedophile, they thought of something about a kid and they actually applied that thought and did something to a kid.
because that's like a psychological problem. Like what's making them like
What about a serial killer? They have psychological problems.
yeah, but then like that's like a psychological need. Like when you're robbing a bank, you're getting something physical out of it. You're getting monetary value. But when you're like a psychopath, like killer, or like someone liking a child, that's a psychological problem.
Yeah, so a serial killer, so they're both a psychological thing, being a pedophile and being a serial killer. So a serial killer is gonna serve time regardless. Like there's no point of fighting that, right?
Okay. The thing is, okay, so what I'm talking about is like, okay, let's say for instance, you have a person, right? You're saying they would have the thoughts, like if they're if they're having like pedophilia thoughts, is that the way you would say it? Whatever. Like let's say for instance, what would be the word?
I don't know.
Whatever. They're having
Pedophilia.
thoughts on it. Okay. I'm talking like before they act on it. So for instance, before they act on it, they'll think, okay, let me reach out to somebody and try to get some help for this. But my point is the fact that people constantly like like I said, they're like, oh,
Bash.
yeah, like bash it. It's like it's gonna be harder for that person who, before he acts on it, seeks out help, because he's gonna think, oh, that's what people are gonna think of me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I get it, but I just feel like it would be very hard for a human to kind of realize it that way. It would be really hard.
What do you mean?
Like the
Realize
initial
what way?
because like the only way someone to know if somebody's having pedophilic thoughts is if that person speaks on their thoughts,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
So like let's say within us four, let's say for instance I was having those thoughts and I was like always saying it, and you guys were actually coming to like a suspicion that it was actually true, and you guys reached out for like, instead of that being, I feel like the initial reaction would be like what the fuck, like this dude got, like he's fucking, like that's weird, like he got problems. I don't know if like getting help would be like the first thing you would think of.
Wait, what do you mean? Like from our perspective as a friend, like, I mean,
Like
but
any
then you're
Like in any social group, if there was somebody within that social group who was having thoughts like that, I don't think their initial reaction would be like, oh, we gotta help him like get treated.
Yeah, and that's my point exactly. Like,
he's saying that the person himself should recognize that it's a problem and get help. It's not up to their friends, like, you know.
yeah,
No, but I
my
mean, saying
point,
that he's
No,
being
Alex was
judged,
saying that it would be better if other people try to help find.
no, I'm
He
not.
didn't- he
I'm
didn't
not
say
saying
other people.
people. It would be better if other people try to help that person get help.
No
But
one-
it's,
no-
I'm
no.
saying like it would be better if people weren't like
Stigmatizing this thing, like, you know, like he's saying that, oh, if people are like, yo, fuck pedophiles, let's kill them or something like that, then
Okay.
it's only going to make it harder for those pedophiles who didn't do anything to come out and recognize that problem before they even act on it,
yeah
because they're more scared because, oh,
of
everybody's
what
going to
other
hate
people are
me
gonna
and kill
think
me.
of them.
But then like let's say people didn't think like that, oh, they should get help, and you know, like, then more people will come out
It's
before
like
they
it's
act
like
on it
okay,
to
it's like being gay.
recognize the problem.
Like back then, being gay was like almost like practically illegal. Back then,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
gay was practically
They will
illegal.
like
And so
send you to
people,
the hospital.
people, people did it in secret, and so it was like, well, I mean, I don't think I can use that because it's like it's not like being
there's
gay
an
is something you need to get help for.
I forgot what his name was, but
I
there
think
was a
that's
movie
terrible.
called No,
Yeah, I
but
don't
then,
think
like-
it counts. Honestly, never mind. I'll take.
I
that
mean,
back.
but then being gay like was really stigmatized back then too. Like, I forgot Alan Turing, the guy who created the first computer, he was gay, and then like everybody found out, and then at the end of the movie, like they sent him to the psychiatry hospital, feeding him hormonal pills and stuff like that.
Did
Like,
I
I
think
think
you
they're-
not like the idea of gay because it was just something very new? It was very weird to them. Like everything was just so portrayed as man to woman.
Mhm.
Like
I
nothing.
mean, it happened in secret though.
Yeah, but they were like nothing's ever exposed as guy to guy, woman to woman. Like it was always man to woman, woman to man. So like if they
I
see,
think- Oh, finish.
you lost my thought. You can speak.
No, I was gonna say, religion also plays a part in that
Yeah, of
because
course.
you know, like
I
that.
mean, the government was built on that, on the religion too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that. Yeah.
But my point, like I,
I
said,
mean-
my point is like, okay, like you said, Lewis, like, okay, if you were having like those type of thoughts,
Right.
and you know, like people instead of like if you came up to us and you like if you knew you could tell us like, oh, like I'm thinking about like, you know, I'm having like sexual thoughts about kids and blah 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 whatever,
Okay.
but we were like, oh, we think you should seek some help and blah blah blah. Like, if people were to act that way, do you feel like it would be easier for those people to come out about it before they act on it, right? Do you?
Oh, well, how I would feel?
Yeah, like okay, like if you were having those thoughts and then you came you came to us and you were like, oh, I'm having these thoughts, and we were like, oh, like we understand, like, but you should go get some help, blah 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 blah. Like, do you think it would, like, I'm saying if people were to act like that, do you feel like it would be a lot easier for people who are having those thoughts before they act on them to come out and like seek help?
I mean, I don't know. I could only speak for myself. I mean, like somebody else would probably react a lot differently than I would. Like maybe, yeah, probably for me, I'd be like, oh, shit, it's probably the case. I'd probably do something about it. But
Yeah, but like it's like okay, I guess I could bring up being gay because like before it's like people thought like, oh, you're gay, oh no, fuck, that's a sin, that's blah 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 blah. So then people weren't able to express those thoughts like that they were having, like, oh, like I'm thinking about having sex with another man, like I can't express those thoughts because of what people think about that. But like as soon as like nowadays it's like people are more, I guess, like understanding of it. So then
this isn't something that's ever going to be understanding, though.
excuse me.
I don't think this is something that will ever be understanding.
Well, one thing that did remind me about this talk that I have Marissa is that actually on Netflix they came out with a show where it's about pedophilia and sort of understanding pedophilia.
Huh?
Yeah, it's
I know
called
what it was called.
Pedophilia or something like that.
Um,
It just came out on Netflix and it's about a guy following like people who are pedophilias and following their story and sort of like
Well, was gay
Yeah.
ever considered a crime, though?
yeah,
I mean,
I think it was.
yeah, they would see it as like a mental disorder, I think, because remember like the Alan Turing guy. If remember Benedict Cumberbatch in the movie Enigma, when a group of mathematicians were trying to solve the Enigma code from the Nazi Germany, like, so they would allow people to get killed, so like the Germans wouldn't find out. Oh, they found out about us deciphering code, and though they wouldn't change it last minute, we'll search it all over. But at the end, it was exposed that Alan Turing, the guy who made the first computer, was I think into pedophilia or something with boys or something like that, or with other men. I'm not sure. I don't remember. And then they sent him to the mental institute, and then gave him hormonal pills, more testosterone, I think. And then, like, was fucking with him.
You mean gay, right? Not pedophilia.
I think it's little boy, or just
Oh,
I don't know.
oh.
But I don't know. I forgot. It was been a while.
Do you really think society would be able to accept that, though?
It's not about
Never.
accepting it. I don't think that's the thing. It's not about accepting
It's
it.
about-
It's about accepting that it's something that exists. That there are people out there who have those type of thoughts, and it's a mental thing. And the only way, obviously, like the only way to, I guess, increase the chances of people not acting on those thoughts is to not bash them, but try to understand, and like
to victimize them.
like try to understand that it's normal. It's not that it's normal, but it happens. Like people have those thoughts, but not to bash them for it. Just
It'd be so hard for people not to bash on that, though.
I understand that, but I mean, that's what makes it hard for them to come out in the first place.
I mean,
What
it's
if you
like
just
because
enjoy
of
it. What if you like that?
I mean, just imagine it like this.
Here's the
So, just imagine like it's hard to compare this, but like let's say back then, you know how gay people were being like like criminalized or something. Like it's the wrong thing to do. And then I'm basically analogizing like gay and pedophilia. I know it's wrong, but then like hear me out. So pedophilia right now, you're gonna get canceled. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. But back then, if you were gay, you're gonna get canceled. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. So maybe in the future, later on, like it'll be more victimized and stigmatized. You know what I mean? You're gonna think like this. Oh, like pedophilians deserve to die and stuff like that. But never know. Like thoughts can change. Like people can get victimized for it. I was like, oh, this person needs help.
I don't see
Needs
that.
to go to a psychiatry
But I'm telling you,
institution.
60 years ago, you would not have thought people were gonna accept gay people. Guarantee
Exactly.
it. Guarantee it. You would
So
never
maybe
thought
60
that.
years later down, they're gonna start accepting like, oh, you need help. And back in the day, like during like what like ancient times, everybody was like, even weren't pilgrims like what 20 or something, or like less than like 18. They wouldn't even live long enough, like in the Dark Ages or whatnot,
I mean, I know back in like the medieval
because their
times.
lifespans were
I mean,
significantly
like
shorter than all.
people of royalty used to get like older men used to get married to like
14-year-olds
10,
or
11,
12-year-olds.
12-year-olds
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Like I think in ancient Egypt they did that. I don't know. But
That's
even
way-
back then,
That's
like
way back.
ancient
Yeah,
civilizations. they did
yeah, that's
that.
way back. Yeah, of course,
That's
that's
too
way back.
ancient to compare to.
I
No,
mean,
but
obviously,
I feel like the fact that it happened back then, it's it's sort of like it creeped its way into like the way of like
I just think it's like psychologically they had a problem with the child.
Didn't people
child
do it
was-
back then to get into a wealthier family?
um
Like the younger girls would do it to get with the. It's not like they just. It's not like younger girls got married to like an older guy who was broke or something. I'm pretty sure they were doing it to get into a wealthier family.
I mean, they did it.
I think that was the
It-
reason.
It depends on their system.
I just feel like the pedophilia in our world. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
And that's fine. I mean, but like I said, 60 years ago, people didn't see gay people being accepted.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that like, I mean, this is what you said, like Alex, about like how there's no like help for like, if you're gay or whatever. 'Cause, I mean, you don't really need help, right?
Yeah.
But like, for pedophiles or whatever, right? Like, why can't it just be up to the individual to just like, what's the word? Like just know themselves and just like be proactive instead of reactive. Like just because other people like feel a little like, oh yeah, like we want to understand you, we want you to get help. Like why can't they just automatically think that?
Yeah, why
Why does
do
that-
people have to
why does that-
put up with it? Like, why can't they
Yeah,
acknowledge this
Wait,
shit
you
themselves?
guys are getting cut off here.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand what they're saying, and like
Why
I
would
understand.
people-
No, I understand. Yeah, why can't they just go and get like, just decide like, oh, obviously what I'm thinking is wrong. Like, let me go get some help.
I mean, some.
But that's what I'm talking about is the fact that okay,
like it's gonna be harder to share with the person because
it's gonna be
being
harder.
stigmatized.
It's gonna be hard for them to actually do that because it's not like think about it. Really think about it. Like Lewis, if
wait.
if you had
Okay.
those thoughts, if you were having those thoughts, do you really think it would be easy for you to seek help or like talk to somebody about it?
That Lewis.
I feel like there's two
let's
people
say-
though in this situation. There's a pedophile who thinks it's wrong, but it's like an addiction where they know it's wrong, but they can't help themselves. And there's also another person who has these thoughts, but they don't think it's wrong.
Okay.
All
you
right, then
guys-
they're
I don't
probably
think
living
they're-
under a rock.
Yeah, but exactly, there are people like that though.
All right, but then like as people address it in society, then they'll recognize it's a problem itself.
They
Then
can still
people-
disagree though. It's not like if society addresses it, they'll be like, "Oh, maybe they're right." There's definitely gonna be some definitely think that their thoughts. There's nothing wrong with it because that's their preference of taste to them. That's probably what they're thinking.
All right, but he's just saying that there's a higher probability that people who do recognize that it's wrong,
Well,
and they do,
yeah,
but
exactly.
they will be able to share it because that they feel like they could. Like my dad, he's traditional Korean. Let's say I came up to him, right? Do you think it will be easier for me if he was more understanding of it, or if he just stigmatized it like the traditional Korean? If I were to tell him, which way would I feel would be easier, if he understood it more or would he hate it?
Wait,
That's
if you were what?
I don't think pedophiles come out though.
because
not like-
because of what people
Because-
think about it.
Because my dad doesn't like gays,
'Cause-
I'm not gonna come out and say I'm gay. That's it. But if
Yeah,
he
okay,
said
but
it,
this
he was more understanding.
Like
He's-
for
Alex
gay
is ba-
people. No,
Alex
but
is
for like the
just-
gay community, it's like it's not praise, but it's like it's like congratulations. Like you found yourself, like it's accepted because it's a normal thing, right? And I know that like
Oh, what happened?
okay, yeah,
Okay.
okay. So yeah, back then, gays was like a no go. Like that's you're gonna get fucked, right? But now, like obviously times have changed. It's definitely more accepted compared to how it was back then. And but like the thing is, like pedophilia, it'll never get accepted. Like it'll never get accepted. It could be more understanding, like if you know
Okay,
Alex
I mean, Alex
situation,
is saying like
like
to
it could never
prevent
get
it though.
accepted.
He's saying
Yeah.
it to prevent it. Like,
Yeah, like
let's
I
say a
said,
guy who
like
never did
I'm
it
not. Yeah, of
before
course you don't. That's
and
not
he
something.
has these thoughts.
Like that's not something you're gonna accept because obviously it's wrong. It's not something you're gonna
Right.
accept.
But he's just
But
trying to
I'm-
say accept those who think like that but who never committed. So then that way
Like
more
that-
people would address the problem themselves and go get help. Are you understanding?
I mean, I get it, but it's
Okay,
like,
this is how society currently thinks. Oh, you're a pedophile, you should die, right? I mean,
Yes.
you all would
It's
agree
not
with
that
that,
hard.
right?
Damn, bro.
Would you all agree to that? Like that's how people think. Like, oh, you're a pedophile, oh, kill yourself. Like, fuck you, you're scum, right?
Okay, I don't know about kill yourself. You, they could probably be like, oh, you got issues.
Really?
No, I wouldn't be like, oh, like okay.
I've
I'll just be
seen
like,
every time
so
I
you
see
got
somebody talk
issues.
about a pedophile, all I see is that person deserves to die. Fuck him or fuck her or blah
or
blah blah.
if
stuff
you're in
like that.
prison for pedophilia, you're getting fucked
Yeah,
up,
you're
bro.
getting fucked up. Yeah,
You're basically dying.
yeah. One thing I heard is like if you go to prison and they find out you're in there for like raping a little kid or something like that, like they don't
You're
like that.
fucked.
Yeah, they actually do it to you. They pretty much rape you too. And
You're-
okay, so you guys would agree that's how society thinks, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now if society thought as in like oh you're having like like thoughts of pedophilia, oh like okay, we understand that happens and you should go get some help, and there's actually help out there for you to get. Do you feel like, of course, like people would, if society thought like that, people would be much more comfortable expressing the fact that they have those thoughts before they even act on it on time.
So he's basically saying address the problem before it occurs. But then, like, would it be easier? Would it be easier to address the problem and say, "Oh, these thoughts are wrong. I need to tell somebody." If someone was like, "Oh, fuck you. You don't deserve to live," or if people are like, "Oh, these people need to get help. You know, go to the doctor." That way, they feel like, "Oh, I do need to go to the doctor." It's just easy.
I mean, yeah, that's true, I guess.
Like if a kid is
I
growing
don't-
up, dude, and then he sees how like people hate pedophiles, and then eventually he grows up and he starts having those thoughts, he's gonna remember like, oh, like those type of people aren't accepted. Like I have to hide this. Like I can't come out about this to anybody.
I've been holding in my pants. I'm about to be right back.
Alright. But if the kid was growing up and he saw that there are people who were having those type of thoughts and were able to go out and get help without being like
Like stigmatized.
yeah, then eventually if they did have those thoughts, they'll think, oh, I remember this was wrong and I can go get help for this.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
That's why it's just easier
Does
to
that make
address
sense?
themselves. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why it's like. What was Lewis trying to say? Two people, like one.
No,
one
he was
doesn't
he was
know?
saying
No,
Yeah,
like,
one
obviously-
person-
yeah.
it's fine, and the other one.
Like obviously
like-
there are gonna be obviously there are gonna be those people who just they just don't give a
Don't
fuck.
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't give. Obviously, there's gonna be those people, and understand. But I'm saying just increasing the possibility of that person doing the right thing,
Like there will be less
not acting,
pedophiles in the world.
not
if people
acting on those
address
thoughts and
themselves.
actually going for help, knowing he won't be set as an outcast because of that. Really, Lewis? This is not the army.
Like what was it like?
I want to join the army.
I already told you, if you join the military, I'm defriending you. Unfriending you.
Why?
Because you're better than that.
Wait. Okay, so I have a, not I guess question or scenario. You know how like, I guess this is more towards Lewis because he's always saying how like people can't change. So, let's say Alex's world where like pedophilia is more understanding, right? Let's say they go get help. Like, do you think Lewis, that person with those thoughts, could ever change?
Okay. I mean, okay, for people, I feel like change. What I meant by change is like a drastic change, not like a little tweak about you or in your life. I'm not talking about like if it's a little tweak. I'm pretty sure we could all do that. I'm talking about like a drastic change in your life, like becoming someone totally different.
Isn't that kind of
Yeah.
drastic? Like,
Yeah.
like you're borderline pedophile, or you could. That's drastic. You like kids, or you like people your age or adults. You know.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's
Yeah,
like
drastic change can happen. It happens to a lot of people.
I feel like only condition for a drastic change to occur is if a person hits rock bottom.
But
Doesn't-
it still happened though. The change
mean-
still happened.
Yeah. I'm okay. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is like I'm like to rephrase what I said. Like, I said this yesterday when we were at Bean. I was like,
Well, I don't think it
I don't know.
happens necessarily when like you hit rock bottom. But let's say there's someone in your life or a change in your life that could put them in the right direction. They take it. I'm pretty sure they'll change. If someone shows them the path, then yeah. So someone gives them an opportunity, then yeah, they'll change. It's kind of like that pedophile getting help. That's an opportunity to change. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, if a pedophile gets help, it's not like it's a guarantee they're coming out after getting help that they're gonna change.
Right?
Yeah.
but
Like-
but the chances of them changing are obviously going to be higher, isn't it? It's not about getting.
It's gonna
rid
be
of it.
higher.
It's
about
it's more of a.
You don't know if it'll be higher though. This isn't something that people actually go out and seek for help though. So we don't know if it's higher.
It's
or
because
not.
it's being
why-
stigmatized
why
right
aren't
now.
they
Nobody's
going
getting
out
help
and
because it's
reaching
getting
for help?
stigmatized.
Exactly. So how can we predict or put like a stat on it that
Okay,
it's gonna
if
be higher?
if people came out about it and dressed themselves that they need help, it's gonna be higher than the people who didn't address themselves and didn't get help.
Wait, what?
Can't you see? It's like it's an axiom. You know, it's like a math problem. 1 + 1 = 2, but then 1 + 0 is 1. You know, like the 1 + 0 = 1. It's not going to change because there's a 0 added on. So if you think about the 0 being no people who are not getting help because it's being stigmatized, then it's just going to stay the same. But then 1 + 1, if you add a factor where people are addressing themselves, it's a bad analogy, but I'm just saying like the one addressing themselves and getting help = 2. There's going to be a change. It only benefit, and the change is only going to benefit. There's going to be like, let's say, less pedophiles in the world than there were than those who didn't address themselves and didn't get help.
I mean, that's true. No, I mean, I see what you guys are saying. That's true. But I mean, obviously, because people aren't perfect, I kind of feel like those individuals that finally do seek their help, the help they need, I feel like they will use it as like an excuse to.
I mean, if they seek help, I feel like the only way it comes out successful is if they go into seeking help knowing that they have a problem that they're trying to fix.
Yeah,
If
it's
they
not
know they
about
have a problem and they're going into treatment thinking, "Oh, I'm taking this because I need help and I need to be fixed," then the chances of them coming out different is a lot more higher.
It's
But
not about understanding pedophiles and why they think like that. It's about that too a bit, but more victimizing them, saying it's wrong, telling them it's wrong, but it's okay as long as you get help for it and you don't act on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's not like, is it wrong to victimize them?
What do you mean?
Like, if
I'm saying
you guys knew
victimize.
if you guys came across a pedophile in the streets, like if you were like you were like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, what's your problem? Like, ill? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, is that wrong? Like, what you're saying wrong?"
I mean, lawfully, it's the popular opinion, so it's not going to be wrong in other people's eyes. But if they didn't do anything, like if they just had them thoughts to them, like if they didn't act on it, they didn't commit any wrong awful thought. You could just say, "Oh, the way you're thinking is wrong." Need help. Because the only way you're coming across a pedophile is if they're registered and you know that they're registered for what they did was wrong. And then you could call them out for it because they already committed it. But those who didn't commit but who think like it, you can't, like, you could try and understand, oh, you know, like what you're thinking is wrong, but you can't call them out on something they didn't do, you know. You understand?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I get what you guys are saying. I just can't agree with it completely.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm on the same boat. Yeah, I'm on the same boat. It's understandable, but it's
Yeah, because that's just a new perspective. I've never really thought of it like that. But I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. For people to come across at a time to think like that, I think it's still far from now.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
We
I
the
mean, I
we the
would-
future,
I would
Nate.
want- I would
I mean-
want that. I would want.
Alex only brought it up for discussion. He's just saying if
True.
I would want to go as far as say that as well. Like it'll never happen, but like never say never. So I don't know. There's still that slight possibility that we
I
have to
mean,
factor in.
I know it's not relevant to like a discussion or debate, but Trump was anonymous released information that Trump had sexual relations with younger children, like in his
Trump in general is a walking, living, breathing problem.
Bro, the way he fucking talks or has Joe beating, he's gonna die. It's so cool.
I mean,
My
it's
man is
obvious.
catching-
It's obvious that child sex trafficking is a thing, and obviously
Yeah.
people of big wealth, of like tremendous wealth, obviously contribute to that. And it's out there. It's obvious people know about that. But it's just
But I was just hidden.
like thinking about it, like when it comes to those type of things, like eventually everyone that has a fetish is eventually gonna get that fetish quenched because of things. I feel like because of things like technology.
That's true.
So
Okay, yeah.
So like for
Technology-
instance, like if you have like a fucking,
Dark web or some shit like that.
not only that, but like, okay, let's just use pedophilia for instance. Like if somebody is into pedophilia, when sex robots become a thing, obviously there are going to be people paying money for like kid robots. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a thick fucking
Oh
thought.
my
It's a
God.
sick
I didn't even go.
I mean, it is gonna happen.
I mean,
my
it's going
God.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
There are going to be people out there doing that type of stuff. You gotta like.
I mean, I forgot. I was thinking. I remember they did something like with that idea. Like they put out something so it would never happen. I forgot what it was. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of it, but I can't remember.
Oh my God, I don't want to say never. It's too far from now to be accepted.
People are gonna have foot fetishes, and then you're gonna go to their house, and they're gonna have a bunch of fucking random foots, like feet, bunch of random feet around their crib,
That's a lot better than kids. Fuck.
a lot of robot fucking feet. No, that I was just using that as an example because I couldn't think of like other fetishes.
I mean, if you really think about it, like let's say, it's better to be robot kids rather than actual kids. You know.
But there's
I
only
think that's still weird.
it's
But
only in due time.
That's that's only in time. That's only in time.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
but that's
preventing it for a little bit longer. It doesn't solve
But then,
the
like,
actual problem.
I feel like primal feelings, like impulses, not impulses, but feelings that are hard to suppress. Like, I don't know, like let's say murder. Like I feel like you know, some murderers, serial killers, like they do it again because they say, quote unquote, like it feels good or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like I feel like that also stays true when Alex said they had to get it punched. You know? So there would be like people like serial killers targeting certain women of age or like men with like certain eyes or skin color like that reminds them of something else. Like what was it? That Zac Efron movie with I forgot what was this here. Ted Bundy, I think. Was it Ted Bundy?
Yeah, that was
Where he
Zac
killed,
Efron. Yeah.
yeah, where he killed like just around the age of college women and stuff like that. And then like yeah, um, like that. I feel like that's more like a not like it's same thing, just like same thing as pedophilia, but like that psychological area of like needs, psychological need, or like I don't know, describe. Did you guys watch Mindhunter
No.
on Netflix?
I watched the first like episode.
So like David Fincher directs it,
Oh
and then
my
basically it addresses like
Shows movies.
it's a yeah, but they're like kind of it's based. I think Mindhunter's based on a true story. Like it's written by the two detective by the one detective who, you know, who experienced that thing. But like basically it was around the time they first started like experiencing serial homicides or serial killings. Like they didn't know how to address it. It was like they're like, oh, there was no like incentive for it, like money or you know revenge killing, but like they were just doing it for like for fun or for satisfaction. And that was like the first time they're experiencing that, like you know. So they like interviewed actual serial killers and stuff like that, like Ed Kemper, and then like Charles Manson.
Wait, what
Who,
is this
like
have to do with pedophilia, though?
I mean, it's the idea of like those who killed because they psychologically needed to, like for satisfaction. Isn't pedophilia just a psychological satisfaction?
Yeah, but
Like they couldn't get it from, they couldn't be regular, like get it someone with like you know a woman of their age. They needed someone to be younger.
what?
That's like their that's a
Murder?
psychological satisfaction.
Yeah, but they're psychological satisfaction, but murder is like that's a whole nother level. Like you taking someone's life at the end of the day. That's like
I know it's different, but it's psychologically like mentally.
So you
A serial killer
consider
would do it
you
because
consider
it's
murder to be
satisfaction.
worse than pedophilia?
I mean, yeah.
what?
I mean, I'm just
No, I'm
saying they're
just asking.
both
I say
a psychological
It
problem.
depends.
They're both psychological problems, but I feel like a murderer, like if he needed to kill to feel satisfied or to feel good,
Yeah, that's a serial. I'm saying serial killers. Like, I'm saying serial killers. Like, they do it because they need to psychologically. They don't do it for like they don't kill the person for money or like for sex. They just,
yeah, I know, I get what you're saying, but I feel like those people don't deserve help though, for what they
Alright. Yeah, but
Serial
then-
killer?
yeah, to get treatment.
I mean, you know, like before the instinct happens to kill someone, people can you know address themselves too. But then like
Why
I know
would the
it's different.
person like the person who died, their family, like why would they want that person to receive treatment?
What do you mean?
Like
I'm not saying to victimize serial killers. I'm just saying like if they had those feelings before they even commit to them, they could have offered themselves help. Yeah, obviously there's going to be help services for that. I'm pretty sure there are, but I'm just saying like the psychological need for it's the same thing as wanting to have sex with a child and then like killing someone for satisfaction.
I
It's
feel like
the
the only
just
common
saying that's
ground
what
is psychological satisfaction, and I feel like that's the only common ground. Anything after that,
That's what I'm saying.
it's oh my god, that's just so bad.
If you think about it, they're like psychologically the same how a person thinks of it. Like they do it because they need to. Like, would you say that that's like a primal feeling, like just instinctual? Like,
I
No.
don't think that's instinct.
like we have primal fear of the unknown. You know, like whatever we don't know, we're animals. We're territorial.
Yeah, that's our instinct because like
That's
we're
primal. That's animal instincts. That's primal. But
yeah.
wouldn't you say humans? There's other animals that kill other animals of the same species too. So would you say that's like a primal instinctual?
That's in order for them to survive, though. That's why the whole food chain is there.
I mean, sharks. I mean, not. There's some animals who just do it. They don't like dinosaurs. You know, like back then, or like I think lions or something.
Yeah, they kill to eat, to survive. But for humans, it's different.
Some do it for sport. Animals they
I
kill
mean,
for
no.
sport too.
I think they do it for sport, but at the end of the day, it is food. Like they don't just kill and just leave it.
Yeah,
Like it's sport.
yeah.
They make it into a sport.
They're not good. Animals are not gonna come across the thought like, "Oops, I just killed somebody."
All right, but then let's say a
Mhm.
wolf. Let's say a wolf sees us and we're in their territory and they're not hungry. They're gonna kill us regardless.
Okay,
Like-
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's either out of like defense or something. Because, like you said, they're scared. They don't know what we are. Because most wolves haven't seen humans, so they'll take us as a threat, and they'll take out the threat. And
And they're
possibly
killed to eat anyways. They're predators.
Hold on.
Well,
give me one
why
second.
did you ask that before?
Ask
Some
what?
animals which have been observed engaging in surplus killings include zooplankton, damselfly naiads, let's see, honey badgers,
Isn't that-
wolves, jaguars, orcas, red foxes, leopards, lions, spotted hyenas, spiders, brown bears, American black bears, polar bears, coyotes, lynx, minks, and raccoons.
But
It's
they're animals.
unnecessary. Exactly, we're animals too. We're not that different, Louis.
wait, those animals you listed hunt for sports. So
We're very
you're
we're
telling-
different than
surplus killing.
animals.
they're what?
There's surplus killings. They don't need to do it.
Aren't we considered evolved species of animals?
They're evolved species of you know, dinosaurs. They're the close. You know, birds. They're the closest thing to dinosaurs. You know that, right?
Yeah, but we're
we're the only ones really able to think outside our like those.
But
type
you
of
can't. You
thoughts,
can't deny the
those
fact that
primitive
like.
thoughts.
All right, but then it's sex. Sex is a primal. We've been doing. Every animal does it. We've been doing it since the dawn of man. Since man was born. It's not something. It's a social construct made up. Eating is the same thing. Hunting for
Okay,
food.
yeah,
we've
you're
been doing
naming
that
all
like
the
every other
basic
animal.
stuff in order to survive. Yeah, but we're talking about like.
So you think
Yes.
war? Do you think war?
Well, you're not gonna see a bear wearing skinny jeans and a fucking
Yo,
bacon.
wars. We fought for fucking territory. We've had a war over fucking bananas, bro.
Wait,
Yo,
I'm
So
so
you're saying
confused.
that's-
you're listing all these common like these regular
Word.
needs to survive. I'm talking about things that that makes us different than animals. There's a reason why we're humans and they're just plain
Bro,
animals.
what we're doing is based off our animal instincts. Social constructs in society is based off our animal feelings. We're the apex predators of the world. We put pigs in farms and cows and fucking shit. We
Wait, I
argue with
thought-
other human beings and kill other people for it too.
Serial killing to these instincts. Weren't you just doing
Because
that?
I'm asking if they're primal feelings.
Yeah, he was asking if what the murderers do are primal instincts. I don't think. Yeah, they're not primal.
That's serial killing. Everything else you mentioned, yeah, territory. Like, okay, war is just a big ass thing of just territory. You know,
But
beef.
then animal, yeah. But wouldn't you say fight? We're being territory. That's a primal feeling.
Yeah, but not serial killing though. Just
Serial
because you
killing.
feel like
So-
you want.
Bro, see, this is the difference. Animals fight for territory, but what do they do with that territory? They just claim territory. Humans fight for territory, and what do they do with that territory?
Yeah,
They,
but I just listed the animals who kill for sport too. Who just do it.
yeah, but is that their psychological satisfaction?
Yeah. Dominance. That's why people do serial killings too. They do it for dominance too. They said quote unquote dominance. Ed Kemper said it dominance where he cut off his mom's head and gave her fellatio.
I don't know. There's something we're missing right now. I don't know what it is. There's just something like humans and animals are just different. If a human does it versus if an animal does it, there's still a difference. I just don't know what that factor is.
I think that factor would be like the human knows it's wrong, but the animal doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's because we know it's wrong because we're taught to know it's wrong. Like let's say like Tango digging through the trash. He knows it's wrong because you're gonna reprimand him for it. But if he didn't know it was wrong, then he wouldn't think it's wrong because you didn't reprimand him for it.
I mean, he does it regardless, but
Yeah, but then every time you whoop him for it, he knows it's wrong.
Hold on,
You
give me a
did it
second. I'll be
repeated.
right back.
I don't know.
Like dogs are trained to pee on the mat, but they're naturally peeing everywhere. No, they're taught
Where
to
they're-
pee on the mat.
Yeah, but that's not instinct though. They're taught. Yeah, I'm not saying them wanting to pee wherever.
Alex said the
is.
only reason why the difference is that we know it's wrong because we're taught it's wrong. Animals too. If they're taught wrong, they'll know it's wrong. They don't pee on the mat. They pee on the mat because they were taught it's wrong to pee anywhere else but the mat.
So wait, so you're saying serial killing in humans is just because?
Primal
It's just
fear.
because. No, it goes deeper than that. I don't think it's
It's
just primal.
instinctual.
There's a.
Dude, just go on
I
a
can't
killing
think
spree.
of what it is. I don't know what it is. Something
It's
with.
instinctual. We're born with it. It's a feeling.
So
we
you're
fought.
born with wanting to kill somebody.
Didn't you ever have that thought? Brutally killing someone or brutally beating
No,
them up to a
We're
pulp?
talking about serial
Bloodlust?
killers, not one.
Yeah, but the
person.
feeling. I'm talking about the feeling. Bloodlust? Y'all never had that? You really wanted to fight somebody? You never got angry over a basketball game and want to beat them up?
I mean, that's. See, I look. I get what you're saying right now. I get the comparison right now.
But you don't know the difference between us and animals. I know what you're saying too.
I'm
But
just
it's,
trying to figure
trust me,
out.
it's the same thing. It's
Bro.
based on instinct.
Okay, but that's like saying like, do you classify yourself as an ant? Like you go around saying, "Oh, I'm an animal." You don't say I'm an animal. You say, "I'm Nate. I'm a human." Like,
Yeah, that's how we individualize ourselves amongst other humans. But humans is a species. It's an animal. Humans are animals. They're mammals. They're classified mammals. Is that really so hard to understand? Like, accept that we're mammals. We operate like every other animal in the kingdom. We have communities like they have communities. We have families. They have families. We give birth. They give birth.
What I
Mammals
missed?
have sex through intercourse.
I get that we were at first animals. I get we're classified as mammals. I'm not saying we're not. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yo, if we're animals back then, we're still animals now. We're just into a different animal than they were back then. The way animals survive in their environment, like changing fur or whatnot, the way we survive in our environment, we change the environment because we have the intuitive to do so.
I just can't think of what it is.
Wait, Louis, are you and I talking about the same thing?
What?
Because
Okay,
Like,
it's
I'm confused about-
understandable that you guys see yourselves higher beings than a dog or whatnot, or reindeer or whatnot. So
I mean,
No,
I
I'm-
understand what you're saying, Nate. And I mean, I agree with most of what you're saying.
wait, so I mean, but he said that if, as a human being, right,
Mm-hmm.
if you go on if you're a serial killer, you go on a fucking killing spree.
Mm-hmm.
That's an instinct that's an instinct in humans. Because that's basically what he's saying.
killing is an instinct.
Okay, yeah, killing, yes, like self-defense, surviving.
Like, think
That's all
about it.
instinct.
If killing,
okay,
if killing was legal, do you think it's like a lot more people would be doing that?
No, I'm not talking about killing. I'm talking about serial killing. Like killing is, yes, that's instinct, but just going out of your way to do it, that's
He's
not.
asking if the psychological satisfaction of what the killer needs to do to feel satisfied to kill is a primal instinct. That's not an instinct.
That's what I'm saying.
And then that's where we said it's not an instinct. And then he was
Then
like,
why would they do it more than one
animals
time?
do it for sport.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the same thing. If they do it for sport, humans are doing it for sport too. Why else would they do it?
but we have law. They don't have law.
All right, we created laws,
I mean-
so then we won't do killings.
Exactly. We created law to
Yeah, that's why. I
But
told
it still
you,
hap- but
that's
it
what I
still
told you.
happens,
That's what I
right?
told
It
you,
still
Louis,
happens.
That
It
it's.
still
I mean, humans
happens.
humans can realize it's wrong, but the animals can't. That's what differentiates us from there. From
It's because we're
animals.
taught it's wrong. We taught it amongst ourselves that it's wrong.
Exactly. That's the difference.
What do you?
Well, I mean, I
mean?
kind of. Wait, yeah, I'm confused because I mean, I already get that. I already understand that we civilize ourselves, but I just don't understand why.
Okay, even if there's laws, then why are there still people doing it?
Well, serial killing, I can't explain that. But if it was self-defense, I
Because
can
it's
explain that.
instinctual. They feel like they need to do it.
Okay, but
If
then
everybody,
okay,
if everybody lived in the most utopian society where everybody had choice over their sexual needs, there would be no rape, there would be no crimes committed, there would be no killings whatsoever because we don't need to do it.
I mean,
Like everybody
Okay,
else
but
knows it's
if
the
it was an
law
instinct,
not to.
if it was,
yeah, but
if it's an instinct, can't you put anybody in that situation? Like, okay, so obviously we can all see ourselves doing self-defense, like territorial. Like if someone's on your property, you're gonna be keen and you're gonna do whatever you can to stop them, right?
Mhm.
If they want to
Yeah.
burglarize, or kill you, or whatever. But not everybody's gonna be like, I have this need, I don't know what, but I just have to go kill 5 motherfuckers right now. Like that makes no one. Everybody will be that.
School
They'll do the
shootings.
self-defense. Okay, but I'm saying everybody because instincts are in everybody. Yes, there's that the sex thing, the
Because
territorial
we're
thing.
able to
Self-
repress it. We're not psychological.
No.
Serial killers.
I mean-
if you look at their
Seriously?
history, they're pushed and pushed and pushed where they need to do it, and they feel like once they do it, oh, I need to do it again.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
not
an
everybody is
addiction.
like that. Instinct can be
of
applied to
course.
everybody.
Yeah, but then if they're not, they're doing it because they feel like they need to. They do it again. They know it's wrong, but they do it again.
I get that. I'm not saying I understand that.
Serial killers
But
do it
it's-
because they want to, not they need to.
They do it because they
A
they
satisfaction
want
that
to
they want.
feel their satisfaction. That's a
Exactly,
want.
so it's a want, not a need. They don't need
Yeah,
to
but-
do it. They want to do it.
Exactly. That's why it's not
Alright,
an
then-
instinct.
But then why would they want?
Okay, so now I get it. Instincts kick in because that's what.
Okay, if you think about it, your sex drive, that's a natural instinct, right? You want to do it, but let's say
Yeah.
you've been sexually repressed for a while, then you're gonna feel like you need to do it.
No, you still don't.
Or else
do it.
you need to do it so you don't have this built-up sex drive, or that way it's harder to repress. Like, let's say you have bottled up anger. You've been bottling up anger for like 1,000 years. You don't need to. You need to let it out. You want to let it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, you want
else you're gonna-
to feel satisfied. Not that
Yeah,
you
that-
need to do it.
Yeah, but then let's say you guys punched the wall because you were angry. You wanted to do it, but you needed to do it.
No. It's like okay. It's like how about this? You get into somebody is pressing you. You're in the street. Somebody's pressing you, and you feel threatened because they're bigger than you or whatnot, and they swing at you. Your instinct is, let's just say your instinct is to swerve that swing, because you need to in order to feel safe, not because you want to for your satisfaction, but it's your need to do that.
All right, but you want to feel safe as well, no?
Yeah,
Instinct and want is the same thing.
In that situation, it's because your instinct is to swerve it because you need to in order to feel safe. Not because you want. It's not like you're gonna swerve a punch because you want to swerve a punch. That's instincts. Instincts kick in because you need to in order to survive and feel safe.
But instinct is want. It's basically what you need to survive and what you want.
Wait, want and need
instinct is need, not want.
Okay,
Exactly.
Okay, you got to think about it. Like, you need to eat.
Instincts to survive. You need to
You
eat.
need to eat, but you also want to eat. No.
Okay, but if you
to survive.
So
which is what
you
need
yeah.
to do.
All right, you need to eat, right? If you didn't want to eat, then you probably wouldn't want to eat. You're just gonna starve yourself, but you want to because you're starving.
no
Need and want instincts is the same thing. Oh, I need to feel my satisfaction. I want to feel my satisfaction.
there's a difference between need. That's why need and want is never categorized as the same.
It's
That-
not the same, but then if
Exactly.
you think about it,
There's no but then to that. It's not the same. I need to make
yeah,
money.
but then
I
the
want to
need
make money.
makes you want it. No?
No, a need is
It's something.
needs are stuff that you need to actually live on and survive by. Wants are just stuff that you can live on without. You don't need it to survive.
But then
That's why it's need versus want. It's not needs and wants. It's needs versus wants. You need water. You don't want water. You need water because you're dehydrated. You need to eat to fill up your stomach in order to move on to get that energy to do more stuff.
wait, I just lost the whole basis of this conversation. It just changed from what was it? Okay, first killing
Because we're
is
talking about it was about instincts, but then what caught my attention was when you said instincts with wants. But that's where I started thinking instincts and needs go together, and satisfaction and wants go together. It doesn't go. It doesn't crisscross with each other. Like animals have instincts in order for them to survive. Like a bear in the woods, it needs to catch fish because that's its instinct in order to survive. Not because it wants to catch a fish for the fuck of it. They need that fish in order to survive. That's the whole point. Like they're not gonna even for us too. We need to go to the supermarket to go grocery shopping because we need food to survive in our refrigerator. We need to put food on the table for ourselves. It's not because we're not gonna want to put food on the table because for the fuck of it. Oh, I just want to go into the kitchen and cook. Like they're cooking because they need to.
wait. Okay. So I said that serial killers need to have their
Yes.
satisfaction fulfilled.
Yeah, that's what you said.
So they kill.
Because
Yeah.
that's their and then you were like, is that their primal instinct? And then
No. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
you cut me off. I lost my thought again.
No. I mean, Nate was saying that serial killing is a primal instinct in humans,
Uh-huh.
and that's where I disagreed, and that's where you were like,
I didn't say anything
need-
there. And then I started speaking when he said that serial killer needs to do it. But
Yeah.
but to me, if it's their satisfaction, it's because they want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like us.
Yeah, but I think
Like-
Nate was just saying they need to do it because they have to
feel that
feel
satisfaction.
that psychological satisfaction.
Exactly, and that's where I'm saying if it's a psychological word satisfaction, it's because they want to do it. It's like cravings are is a psychological satisfaction. It's a craving that it starts from up here and it triggers something down here. So in order to fulfill that craving, like if I'm craving ice cream, I want to go get ice cream. I don't need to get it, but I want to go get it.
All right, but then to make that craving go away, what would you do?
I want to go get ice cream.
All right, but if you think about it, it might be
I don't need
different,
to-
and
I
because
don't need to fulfill that craving because it's not a need. It's a want. A craving's a want. It's not a need.
all right, but then if you think about it, if you're always feeling like that, you're gonna feel like that later on even more. Like, oh, I need. At some point, it's gonna be a need. No,
A want can become a need, but that's if
It's
it goes
only-
to that extent.
Yeah, but
It's
I think
only easier for us to fulfill our satisfaction because we don't feel the need to kill somebody. We were raised properly where we don't know what it's like to kill somebody and whether we'll be satisfied or not. But if they did it once, why would they do it again in such a short span of time? Sometimes they'll even fucking plan it
Yeah, it's like a
down to the fucking
satisfaction
like second.
because, like, yeah, it's probably like they, like, if it being a psychological satisfaction, they killed one person the first day.
But then isn't one person enough to fulfill their cravings? Why would they do it on the third time, fourth time? Because if they just
'Cause-
craved it, then
Like, what if they like the thrill of it? Like, they're just doing it for the fuck of it. It's not like that they need to do it. They just like the feeling of it because and that's why they want to do it. It's like if you like the feeling of something, like,
Like what, drugs?
okay, like let's say you guys like the feeling of getting paid on Saturday, right? Like you like the feeling of receiving $500 or more. You would want to work more. It's not that you need to work more. You would just want to work. You want to work more.
I understand what you're saying, Lewis. It's quite easy to understand what he's trying to say.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I get it.
Then what?
But I mean, I understand both. I understand your side of it, and I understand Lewis's side of it. But
No, I understand.
I would side honestly here. I would have to side more with Lewis.
I understood everything with the animals and everything. It's just, I got everything every there. It was just when instincts and wants and needs kicked in. That's when I just felt like,
I mean, you both make sense, but yeah, what you said, like you just said, yeah, where it's like.
So
wants
would
and
you
needs
say
is just-
killing is like what, the primal feeling?
killing. What for us?
I mean, yeah, human.
Yeah,
beings.
humans.
Like a regular human, or for the serial killer?
As humans, killing is a primal feeling. Like wars being torn over territory. We didn't have to fight wars. It could have been truces or deals, but we instead killed.
I'd agree, it's primal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's primal, but when you add, yeah, primal, but then not instinct.
Primal is instinct.
Primal, it says, relating to an early stage in evolutionary development.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say instinct is something we're born with as animals? Primal instincts. When we're a hunter, we go hunt for food. When we're horny, we go what? Have sex.
Yeah, but it says it's, I don't know. It's just,
So
I don't know.
Primal instincts. Like primal fears. Like we have natural fears of the unknown.
Primal instinct is behind our innate ability to react to new potentially dangerous situations in the interest of self-preservation. Although humans still possess most of the instincts of our primal ancestors, other instincts have adapted and evolved, which override the older reactions.
Primal is like
I'm
something
just looking
we're
at this.
born with, like as human beings.
Yeah, but I don't wake up feeling like I need to kill somebody or I want to kill somebody.
Obviously
I
not.
mean, we don't need to, but when you have so much anger, you never know.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Bloodlust. Never wanted to hurt somebody. That could evolve into killing.
I don't know. I don't think I would go to that extent. I feel like this all depends on the situation at hand. Like it all depends on which situation you're in.
There's plenty of situations where you probably go kill somebody.
I don't know. I don't think I would have the balls to kill somebody.
I mean, like Last of Us Part 2.
I don't play that, so I wouldn't know.
You know.
I mean, that's basically just self-defense.
But let's say someone killed your mom. You want to kill them either. You don't want some type of revenge. Like let's say they killed your mom right there, and you could kill them right there as well. You want to do the same?
I don't know. I was just watching Captain America: Civil War today, and it was that last scene about vengeance, where they say vengeance has consumed you. And I was just thinking about that. Like, if in this case scenario, if someone had killed your loved one, if you go and seek revenge, like, doesn't that make you the same as the person who killed your loved one? Like, you're not any different.
Yeah.
Because that person has loved ones as well.
Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, pretty much.
So yeah, it's not like you gain anything out of that. Because like after you kill that person, what if there's another person
It's
that
not-
comes after
Gain
you?
satisfaction.
I mean, it's not like killing that person is gonna bring your loved one back.
Yeah, that too. It's like there's no point of. I just feel like there's no point of revenge because
I mean, you never know. That's like the movie, but you never know in the movie. So you
So
saying-
like,
you guys are
even
saying
if
you
you
would
get
forgive him.
I'm not saying I would. No, I'm not saying I would.
Or
Just
do
because I'm not
nothing.
doing it- yeah, just because I'm not doing anything doesn't mean I forgive him. It's just
Like you wouldn't even like torture him, leave him alive. Like you said it yourself, torture. You would torture someone. You did that. You said that. yourself.
I said I feel like torture is a lot worse than death. That's what I said. But
Yeah, but you said you would choose torture because that's the reason. Because torture is a lot worse than death. You said you would do that because torture is a lot worse than death.
I would
That's what
just.
you said specifically.
I just wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like, if somebody killed like a loved one, I wouldn't kill that person. I wouldn't go and seek and kill that person.
No, me neither.
I'll just drag his ass to the precinct, and he's just gonna serve. He's serving time or something. He or she is serving time.
I mean, but I know that serving time is like a punishment, but isn't that some sort of retribution?
Yeah, but I'm not killing that person. I'm just saying. I'm not. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to. Like, if he killed somebody that I love, then I don't want to do the same. I don't want to kill that person because he killed. Because it doesn't make me any better.
I mean, you never know the situation.
Bring-
You might think like that now.
Yeah, I feel this. I feel like I'd be the same way. Like honestly, if somebody killed a loved one of mine, like I wouldn't try
What's the
to seek
point?
revenge for it.
What's the point? You after you kill that person, what do you feel good about yourself? Like you
I
know.
probably would. Some people actually commit to it.
I mean, yeah.
I would too. I'm with Nate on that one.
Yeah, but I think that's just coming. That's because of anger. It's not like
Yeah, you're just letting your emotions override
pretty
you.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know it's selfish.
I mean, you
and
you
it's-
face the consequences too, just like the other person. So it doesn't make you any different.
I mean, some people make that choice, some people can't.
If you get caught, and that person gets caught, you pretty much didn't do anything different than that person has, and you guys both get locked up for the same
you
thing.
you practically just stoop to their level and just.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, you did what they did, but to you, you feel
But
like
it was worth it.
That's what makes us choose that choice because it was worth it to us.
so. To make it clear, if you were locked up with that person, you would feel like you
Locked up,
succeeded.
he'd be dead.
All right. Yeah, oh yeah.
he gonna be in the bunk bed in prison in this prison cell. Gonna be a dead body on the
I
bottom,
say
you on
this.
top.
I say this. When you get in a fight with me, be ready to dig 2 graves, bro. One for me and maybe one for you. I'm dead ass. Like when it
Wait,
comes
what?
to anything you mess with me, bro. Like I'm saying, get ready to dig 2 graves because there might be just 2 dead bodies. Just
I'm coming over and destroying your guitar.
Okay, I thought we were talking about friends, not
Yeah.
just.
Well, wait, did he say he was gonna scrap with us?
he's gonna
He's
smash
just.
my
I think he
guitar.
just said. I think he was just saying like, if you kill like a loved one of mine, like you better dig 2 graves because you're gonna be dead too, pretty much.
Oh, he's saying you as into the other person.
Yeah, he's not telling.
Whoever
I don't think
fucks
he's telling us directly.
I heard you to us, and I was like, what the fuck? God damn, that shit hit me.
Just saying. I mean, it could be you guys if y'all press me to that point. So watch it.
God, Al, he talking about you.
I don't know what I do.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying. But I'll be ready to go to that point.
I don't think I could ever push myself to murder
I'm
somebody.
dragging your
honestly.
ass out. If we ever get into an altercation, I'm dragging your ass out. I don't care what measures. I'm put a rope on your leg.
I mean, I got self control, but I'm just saying if it goes like so far to a point where like I get angry, like murder a loved one, like or some shit like that, then I'll go as far as to kill the other person.
What if what if we were chilling in the city and some dude just bumped into us and he pressed us? You were wearing your glasses that day and we like just snatched it off and just threw it on the floor and stomped on it.
One up him.
You know that feeling
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you wear glasses and somebody like knocks it off, like you get like pretty like mad. You know that feeling?
I mean, if by accident, then I understand.
No. He literally just
What the fuck?
He gonna die.
he touched my glasses. He
Damn.
died.
Well, I don't know. I'll probably do something to one up that.
I needed that shit for homework.
Bro, I'll be going. Doesn't matter how long I'll go back and forth until one of us are dead.
Over glasses.
I don't know
What if
he
you just
keeps
not?
pushing.
You need
What if you knock
music,
him out?
bro? Come on.
That's why I said get ready
Like-
to dig two graves because I'm ready to commit to the end. It does
I don't
just because I say that doesn't mean I'll get the upper hand on one end. But I'm
What the
just
hell do I
saying,
say at
I'll
your
go.
funeral? My boy Nate, he got his glasses thrown off. He fought for the death in honor of his glasses.
Why'd you murder him? My glasses.
Okay, I said over. I didn't say over glasses. I said I'll just one up him. Fuck.
One up him.
I said as a joke I'll kill him if it gets to that point. Y'all pushing it. Oh my god. Tight.
Y'all too crazy. Y'all really go to the extent to kill somebody. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I'd go. That
Bro,
far.
you said before I would have killed him, but I would torture him because death is worse. Because torturing is worse than death. You said
Yeah. You say you would want them to suffer.
I would want them to suffer, but I never said I was gonna suffer them.
you said torture them.
What?
You said I'll torture them.
I said I would
will
want them-
torture them. Yo, we're quoting you on this word for word.
I swear you said that.
You said that more than like 2 times.
It would have to be something.
And you brought up the conversation too. Yo,
that
like,
case would
someone
only.
kills-
I
That
can
was
only.
the same exact case scenario too. Like, yo, someone kills your loved one, what would you do? And me and Matt were like, yo, I'll kill him. The fuck, you're like, really? I'll torture him because torture.
I feel like I would only be able to do that if like that person like eliminated all members that I live with right now in my crib. Then I would like. Then I pretty much I don't have anything to lose at that point. So why not? But like, I don't know if it was one person that he did it to. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather not.
Oh, let's have another discussion. You remember that discussion where teachers would say, well, don't fear a man who has nothing to lose, but fear a man who has everything to lose.
Wait, what?
Nope.
Isn't it the opposite?
Isn't it the other way? Yeah, you-
Yeah.
Like it's
No.
you got.
That's-
If
that's- No,
No.
that's the thing. Like, what if someone has so much to lose that they're pressed, they're like pressed to the point where like, you know, like they do unspeakable things and shit like that. Like that's what they said. Like, you could like I guess you can fear a man who has nothing to lose, but then they said like fear the man who has.
Wait, Matt,
everything
Al,
to
Matt
lose.
and Al, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Isn't it? It's the other way.
Yeah, that's what I said. But then, I mean, I see what Nate's saying though.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
but like,
I see
if
what
somebody
you're
has
saying.
everything to lose on the line, wouldn't they be
There's
more?
so
careful?
many movies made about that. Like, he would want to keep it intact, everything that he had to lose, but then in order to like prevent it from falling down, he would do anything at cost.
Oh, Iron
Save
Man.
it.
I mean, I feel like
Iron
they're
Man?
both as equally scary.
Yeah,
Because,
they could
I
go
mean,
both
they're
ways.
both practically in the situation where their back is against the wall.
But I feel like a person who has nothing to lose would be a bit more scary though, because they would risk more. They would. I feel like a person who has nothing to lose would actually put their life on the line.
Yeah,
But a
of course.
person with everything, yeah. But with a person who has everything on the line, they would want to like figure out a way at least for them to go back to everything they have, since they have everything. Like they would try to find a solution for them, for them not to put their life on the line.
Yeah, so
But a
that's
person would,
that's I think that's why they're as equally scary, because the person who has everything to lose is going to do everything in their power to survive. But then you have the
Yeah.
person who has nothing to lose, who's going
Who'd be like,
to
"Fuck
push
it."
himself to the point where he doesn't give a fuck if he loses his life.
Like John Wick.
I didn't watch it, so I don't.
Yeah, I didn't watch John Wick either. I
Wait, you didn't watch?
I mean,
All I
John
know-
Wick.
Yes, bitch.
So basically, in the first movie, his wife died, but in her will, she left him with a dog, right? And then, when he was filling up his car, like his nice car with gas, like apparently some Russian gangsters like wanted it, and then they robbed him and killed his dog. But then,
What the fuck? That's what the movie's about.
I mean,
Yeah,
so
you don't
he-
see the.
yeah, it's always about
yeah, he
dogs.
went and got his revenge, but then he was like a highly trained hitman, and then like he eventually got back,
Over a dog?
but it
Yeah,
was
that's
from his wife.
that's the running gag of the whole movie. Like everyone's like, "Oh, you did this over a fucking puppy."
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah. I think that was one of the gangster's dad's last words or something.
I
Well,
need
I'ma
the
just-
Russians
Those
to
are
come and
fuck
shoot my
them.
cats.
Bro, I'll just go to the fucking puppy store and get a new fucking dog. Fuck. I'm not gonna go fucking run around with a fucking gun shooting a bunch of fucking gangsters for my dog back. Fuck.
I mean, the way he looked at it was like the last gift the love of his life left him. Like the only thing he had, besides like a picture.
Gifts don't last forever.
Yeah, but he could always find fulfillment. Or the dog.
How long have we been recording for?
Oh, shit.
At least an hour.
An hour and 42 minutes.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my god.
I think we